Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I have a bit of a different video for you today. If you're new here, my name is Megan. I am a mom to 3. I am homeschooling this year again, and I will have 9th grade, 7th grade, and 5th grade. But today I am going to have you follow along while I teach a Good and the Beautiful science lesson. I got invited to do this collaboration with Yasmin over at Mommy on the Move. So thank you, Yasmin, for inviting me. And basically, I decided to do this video because when I was choosing curriculum and when I was trying to decide if I wanted to homeschool again or not, this type of video would have been very helpful for me to go and watch. To actually dive into the lesson, see how it works, get a good flip through and see all the different things that you might need for a science lesson. And so that is my heart behind this video. So we are upstairs right now because downstairs in our schoolroom is a total disaster still. I am redecorating, redoing that area, and all of the items haven't come in yet, and it's just a complete disaster. So the science unit that I am going to be teaching today, lesson 1, is Kingdoms and Classifications from the Good and the Beautiful. So let me get my book. I will show you how it comes, and then I will show you how I have set it up in a binder to be able to use for everyday use. So the Good and the Beautiful units come as a packet. They do not come hole punched or in any sort of binding, and that's because you need to be able to make copies and such. So this is how I do it. This is just a 3-ring binder. I prefer the sturdier ones, and I like the ones that have the little, you can see this is recycled. This used to be my daughter's math binder, but I like the little pockets so that you can put the very first page on the outside of the book so you know what's going on. Then, here's a table of contents. There are 10 lessons in Kingdoms and Classification. And then it just kind of gives you some unit information, what you need to know about teaching. This is one of my favorite pages. It tells you all of the supplies that you need for every single lesson. And it really is nothing crazy. It's just regular stuff. And so sometimes I will go ahead and buy everything at the very beginning of starting the unit. Sometimes I will go week by week and get it while I'm at the store. It just really depends on the time of year. I don't typically do the read aloud storybooks because I feel like we get plenty of read aloud time in our homeschool, but there are these read aloud books that you can purchase along with the unit if you so choose. Now, I completely ripped this idea off of Ashley over at Grace and Grit, and there's a lot of cutouts and such that come along with the units, and so these little plastic things with the closure are super helpful. And so I've just divided everything, like the vocabulary words. There's little booklets to read. So each lesson has its own little folder, and it does make it bulky with these clasps, but I don't care. It's way better having it like this. So all I have to do now is go get the kids. Since I've already prepped this, I have everything that we need, and I will just go get the kids, and then we will get started. And right here it tells you what you need to do ahead of time and also the supplies needed. So let's go get the kids and get the supplies. First thing I am going to do is exactly what it says. I'm going to read this to the kids, and then we're going to do an art observation. All right, Julia, share with me one thing that God created that you are grateful for.
Animals.
All right, how about you, Jericho?
Air.
All right, Jericho is my 5th grader and Julia is my 7th grader. Why are you thankful for air or grateful for air?
Because if we didn't have air and if we didn't have oxygen, we wouldn't be able to breathe.
That is very true. All right, now we are moving on to this activity. All right, kids, so I have a handful of buttons for each of you, and I want you to sort them into any similar group. So you get to choose. You can sort them by color, you can sort them by shape, by size, by number of buttonholes, whether it's a solid color or multicolored. So you get to pick, but somehow sort them into piles. All right, Julia, show me your button piles. How did you sort them?
Circles and non-circles.
Okay. All right, Jericho, how did you sort your buttons?
Light and dark.
Colors.
Yeah.
So this one, why does that one look like a dark color and why does that one look like a light color to you?
Because this is a darker shade of red, and this is like kind of reddish pink.
So like brighter?
Yeah.
Like brighter and duller, maybe? More dull? Okay, good job. Each science unit comes with vocabulary words. And so normally we put these on a board that we have downstairs, but we're just doing it at the kitchen table today. And so Jericho, I want you to read to us our first vocabulary word, which is this one. And then Julia, you're gonna read the second one when Jericho's done. All right, go ahead, buddy.
Classify, to organize and sort into groups.
Okay, Julia, what's yours?
Living organism. Living organisms can move, grow, and reproduce. Most living organisms need air, food, and water.
Okay. Now we are going to do an activity outside. We're choosing the outside activity today because it's actually still nice outside. So that's what we're going to do next. Kids, so tell me what you find, and then I want you to tell me if it is living or non-living. So Julia, tell me the 5 things that you found.
A rock. It's not living.
Okay.
A bush. I don't know, maybe. A butterfly, yes. A tomato, no. And a worm, yes.
Okay. Why do you say possibly a bush is not living and a tomato is not living?
Well, I guess a tomato is living because it grows, and same thing with the bush.
Right. A tomato could probably be tricky because according to all of these things, does a tomato need all those things?
Yes.
Yeah. I would say a tomato is on the plant is a living thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially the plant is. The actual tomato might be debatable, but. All right, Jericho, what are the 5 things you found?
A plant is living, an ant is living, a wood chip is not living. I'd say a tree is living and a rock is not living.
Very good. Okay. Now, our last vocabulary word is taxonomy, which is the scientific term meaning to name, describe, and classify living things. And now I am just going to we'll take turns reading this book all about taxonomy. And then Julia will do the lesson extension because she is in 7th grade. So then she will research online and define and illustrate the following vocabulary words in her science journal. So these are the words. She will define them and then she will illustrate what those mean in her science journal. Good job. You can go play now. Good science lesson. Go have fun. Okay, that is our first lesson. I'm just gonna do a quick flip through for you. Lesson 2 is on the levels of classification. And like I said, I have one of these for each lesson, and it has it all divided what you need. Lesson 3 is the discovery of cells. Lesson 4 is cell function. Lesson 5, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria kingdoms. Those are 2 words I've never heard of before. Level 6, Protista kingdom. Level 7, Fungi kingdom, mushrooms. Oops, skipped one. 8, the Fungi kingdom, mold and yeast. Lesson 9, the plant kingdom. Lesson 10, there are also little like matching games and stuff in some of them, which is why these folders are just so handy because there's some little pieces. Number 10 is Animalia kingdom, and that is our last lesson for this unit. Thanks so much for watching and doing this lesson with me. There is a playlist that you should go check out. All of the wonderful ladies, their videos, they are going to be doing different units, science units of the good and the beautiful. So you should go click on the playlist and go check out their videos as well. I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.